is
amazing.
life is amazing right now. You know what Gary said when I had him on?
What did Gary say?
A bitch. I'm good. I feel good.
Yeah.
You know, I was thinking about getting older because of course my birthday is around the corner. Yes, I will remind you every month. But I'll be 41, right? And I was thinking back to, I feel like I just turned 40.
Well, you did. It hasn't actually been a year, so yeah.
I mean, it flew by because I'm about to be 41. And, you know, it's a lot of things have happened where my unbotheredness has elevated. So, and it made me think, you have always really been that way, like just unbothered, like you don't give a, you know, everything's ease, roll it off your back.
I'm not gonna say everything's easy, but what is being bothered about?
No, you approach everything with ease. Like you don't get, even if it does bother you, it doesn't last. It just, you're more like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't care. And you can just, you know.
That's true, because
you're like, how is it going to affect me? You used to always say, how's it going to affect my life? And I am like that, like right now. Like,
yeah,
I don't care.
See, I think then it's an age thing.
So as a wife, and you've been married for a while now, I actually asked you, I'm not even gonna put you out there because Steve might watch this and, you know,
I'm looking for
I
something
asked
around
you how long.
So
I asked you how long you've been married.
Like 20 years.
Okay.
We're coming up on 20.
Please look at her looking around for a clue.
Yeah.
Okay, so for 20 years, have you ever or would you ever do one of the reality shows? No. Like a Marriage?
No.
Dallas?
No.
Ever?
No. You know, Vic, I'm too personal. I mean, I'm too private.
But what if it wasn't like in your business, more of like showcasing your career and just like family stuff? Because y'all do a lot of like, you're like a mom, like y'all make dinosaur grilled cheese type stuff.
Yeah, but
I just made that up. But
that's true, though. That's true. That's actually true. I got the little mold. It's really
see. Anyway, yeah.
But here's the thing. You know, even on social media, I don't do all the things, and there's so many little cute things that happen, you know, that we do. Like the other day, we had family golf days. We were all out there playing golf, and I really didn't even want to be there because they wouldn't stop fighting. But then I had to laugh about it. But like stuff like that, I would never post it. But I know that's a postable moment. Like that's social media, you know, these kids. Oh, okay. But it's very hard for me because then it makes it not as authentic. You know what I mean? So to me, some of those moments are just sacred. So when I post, sometimes, you know, like on a birthday, I'll do it. But even then, believe it or not, I really don't want to do it. But then I'm like, oh, shoot, I posted on TJ's birthday. I got to post on Jared's birthday. I got to post. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I have really gotten away from social media. And I know that's not a good thing, especially in our business, because social media is incredible.
Listen, I've been trying to figure out ways to be on it without being on it. So like my presence is there, but I am not on it. And it wasn't until I got a DM, someone like made a comment, something like because I know how private you are or something like that. And I was like, really? And then I went back on my page and I was like, you know what? I don't post touring like that. I don't post my family like that. But I think I've said this before. It's because someone had walked up to Torrin basically and was like, hey, Torrin. And then was like, you know, and it was so weird for me because I don't think I'm, you know, anybody but you are a public figure. You got to remember that. And I was posting Torrin a lot when he was like younger and stuff. And so for someone to walk up, it was just really cringe, like weird. Like, and I know they didn't mean any harm, but it was just like, eh. And also, you're right. Like, I don't know. I just feel like I don't have shit like that going on. So what y'all want to see?
Yes, you do. You're always doing stuff. Like for me, career stuff, but even like
I'm home a lot.
Film. Like whenever I'm doing a commercial, I try to remember to post it. You know what I mean? When I'm on the
Yes.
set.
So
but
you
I
can
haven't.
show that side of you.
Yeah, but I don't.
When
I
you
never
and Steve,
do.
you know how when you FaceTime me and you're like tipsy on your date nights, that is like some stuff that.
Yeah, but Steve would never want to do it either. You know, Steve is so reserved. You know,
Really?
he knows
He's a WD
you.
frog, y'all.
I know. Yes, he really is. Like he'll act a fool. Like he literally is like, does she want me on? I was like, no. Is Vic, is she asking me to do it? And I was like, no. But
He
if you
would not
did, he
do
would
it.
not do it. Exactly. Like I
He
don't know
would
why
not
she
do
didn't
it.
ask me. Like what? But he's the
That's
most
funny.
private person, the most in the world. If he doesn't know you,
Yeah.
he's not fooling with you.
And also, I think, at least for me, when it comes to that, like if I were married and they wanted to, I look at all the people who we know who are on reality shows. I don't know if you watch like the Beverly Hills, or I don't even know if Real Housewives of Dallas is still on.
I don't watch
Is that
any of them.
still?
And I
I
had
don't
a
know if
friend on
that's
that
a
one.
thing. Okay, well, when you think about the previous seasons, right? Like maybe the first or second season, like back in the day, especially Real Housewives of Atlanta, there are so many moments that continue now to be rehashed where you had beef with somebody, or you know gotten past something, and the world now, all eyes are on you, and it could be a moment where you made a mistake or something like that, and for it to continue to just come up every other year or something like that. I don't.
But for some of those women, take Nene for instance, they became huge celebrities. It created such a great avenue for them. I mean, besides Candy, I mean,
But
we'd never heard of these women.
Let's think about Nene's career, right? She rose. She was the queen of
mean.
She's talking about this one time that we interviewed Nene, y'all,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know what happened. Actually,
Vic, you had to get that bitch from me. You had to get that bitch from me.
I think I was sending the email or something. I just heard Nene continue to like get smart. It was like everything Frida said, she just like jumped down her throat about it.
And I was so oblivious to it. I was oblivious. I was like, oh, what? And Vic was like, hey, wait a minute now.
You know what it was when she was like, because I won't stab you in your back, I'll stab you in the front, or something like that. And I was
she
like,
sure did.
Whoa.
Yeah, like
what is happening right now? And I was like, that's when her and Star Jones were beefing, and they were what show was that? The Apprentice and all that. And I was like, you over talk people and talk loud, because that's when she was being so mean to Kim that season. Yeah. And so when you think back to stuff like that, and I interviewed her on my radio show, and I reminded her about that, and she was like, for real? Like, just had no clue,
no recollection, because she was just in it at the time and just being a mean girl.
So just imagine all of that just keeps coming up every
still for Nene, it was worth it. Okay, Nene was,
but it came crumbling down though. You don't think so?
I mean, I think she's still living better than she would have been living had she never done Atlanta Housewives. I really think her life still is probably better than it was.
Baby, look at
and
Portia.
Then it would have been.
Portia did it the right way.
Now, Portia,
I mean, even though she took that man, that woman husband, allegedly,
that was wrong.
I mean, is it alleged? Because we kind of saw her at the house, and then
Portia did the damn thing.
Portia did it the right way. She got her.
I mean, if there is a right way to take somebody's man, I guess she did it right.
Wait a minute. If there's a right way to take somebody's man, then that's probably
did what she was supposed to do. But
so
the model, who's the model? Cynthia was
she had two marriages.
But she was a real model beforehand. Yeah, but I don't think everybody knew who she was.
And she was with Leon. That's her baby daddy. So
Leon is her baby daddy? Leon is her baby daddy?
Yes.
I never knew that. You see, I honestly, I mean, and I know, again, me being the credible person that I am, I don't watch reality TV. Yeah. Because I live in a house.
Do you see the benefit from it? You know what I'm saying?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. But I don't know. I don't want that benefit. I'm happy.
Okay.
I'm happy.
And then you know what happens? just like with the Real Housewives of Potomac, production and the producers someone has to be a villain, or there has to be like some type of drama for that season. And so your husband can get targeted, you could get targeted, it could be your turn. If it were you and your husband,
girl, that's why I couldn't do it either.
Yeah,
I couldn't do it either, because it's me and Steve against the world, girl. No. No. I would be
okay.
First off, I'd be mad at somebody for saying he flirted with them. I'd be mad at him for somebody thinking he flirted with them. It was I don't need that. I don't need that drama in my life. I'm not.
And in your marriage.
Oh no, honey. No. That's like letting outsiders into your marriage. Are you crazy? Hell no. Hell no. No. Why would? But I will tell you something that I don't think I've ever told you before. Maybe I have. Okay. One of the people I know on the show, on the Real Housewives of Potomac, I went on a date with her husband.
Oh, yeah.
I did tell you. Okay, way before Russ set it up. He was always trying to set me up with somebody, get me married.
I remember that.
You want my type. He asked me out. So I'm assuming if you asked me out, you're single. And we went on a date. What? No, so let me tell you something.
You said, I don't.
Let me tell you something, because I don't play that game. I don't mess with married men. I would never.
No, not married. I didn't know if they were like together.
I don't think they were together, but I think he has a type. We went out to dinner, and then the second part of the date was the gym. I was like, "Are you crazy?
Y'all went to the gym? Well, you like going to the gym."
Yeah, and I made the mistake of telling him that, but I'm like, "Nah, dude, that was the one and only, one and done." I was like, "I wish I would go out with this fool." Hell no. Took me to the gym.
If your husband had secrets, right, that he previously was like, you know what, I'm gonna take this to the grave. We all have stuff we're gonna take to the grave.
Everybody got it. I'm sure.
But would you want to know his? Would you want to know his take to the grave secrets?
Only if it's like he got a kid in Guatemala or something. But
bitch, what?
I mean, no. Because it's not my business.
He don't sending money back. Let me tell you something. If you caught Steve sending a check or a wire transfer somewhere, and you're like, what's happening? Hold on. Let me go back through the records. This has been going on every month for 20 years.
But that's the only thing. Like, I have friends who know. I mean, I had a life before Steve. He had a life before me. So obviously there are things that maybe I haven't told him everything, because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If it mattered, he'd know.
Right. I'm with you.
He ain't gonna watch this song. I can say everything I want.
Okay, so when it comes to like, marriage, you and your husband are close. Like y'all are like best friends, right? No, I'm saying y'all do everything together. Like, but do you ever want to be like, excuse my language, do you ever find yourself wanting to be like, man, fuck them kids, I just want to move, I just want to go by myself to Virgin River and just chill for like a week, like by myself? Like, what does self-care look like for you in a house with kids, a husband, pets? You have a whole lot going on. So how do you even take time for yourself? Do you even have business meetings by yourself? You know what business meetings are?
What's that mean?
I have to tell you.
Oh, it's what's a business meeting? I thought I'm like business meeting. What's
it's a business meeting with yourself.
Oh, you mean like sexual?
Y'all see how she tried to turn around? If you're watching this on YouTube, how she has.
Let me tell you something. If I say I just, damn, it's the dog. Scared me to death. Danny, get your ass out of here.
And I just really mean, do you have any time to yourself?
Yes, I do. But I'm going to tell you something. My husband is a very sexual person. If he came in the house and I was doing that, he would rip his clothes off so quick and get in it right now. He'd be like, babe,
I want to play.
Wait, what are you doing? Like, I'm not even kidding. I'm so not kidding. Yes, no,
That's why you have to have my girlfriend. Shout out to, I ain't even gonna say her name. I was about to put her out there, but she made that up. Like, I was like, damn, bitch, you ain't never called me back. She said, girl, I had a business meeting and I went to sleep. I was like, so when she first said it, I was like, what type of business meeting? I was like, it's late. Like, what type of business meeting going on? Then she told me, I was like, oh.
I love it, girl.
And so then
that
when
is
she
so
told
cute.
me that the other day, I was like, oh, you was in a business meeting. She said, no, bitch, not that one. I was in a real one.
A real one.
Okay.
On a Zoom.
Right. Yes.
Oh my
yes.
gosh. Okay.
So you know what I looked at? I look at self-care so different now, because we were like, okay, we can go to the spa and we can do all these different things, but blocking people and letting go of things that no longer serve you is such a healthy form of self-care. However, I will say friendship breakups are hard. Probably not for you. For me, I'm just like, I have had friendship breakups, like real, like we don't talk in any of that. And it's hard. Like, you're like, dang, you know, I miss my friend, but also we've grown apart. So we, you know.
Yeah. So for me, I guess number one, Steve is my best friend. So my husband's my best friend. So
yeah, and that's really all that matters. Okay.
No, it's not that it's all, it's just that it is hard for, like, even though I have some friends that are not like my best friends anymore. And I, you know, you're not supposed to let your husband like replace your best friends, but I've just had some friends who I've had some differences with. Just one that I've had a difference with, really. And of course, yes, the line is still open. I still, you know, we cool. People are just different, you know, and so that's okay. I'm okay with that. And then I have another friend that I've just grown apart from because she's, you know, I'm married with kids. She's single, no kids. And so, and when she calls me, I'm like, hey girl, what you doing? You know, we pick up the phone, we talk. But, you know, I guess Tamron and I still have this, we have the most in common, not just because we're married to a white guy named Steve.
Yeah.
But even still, if I don't talk to Tamron for like a month and I pick up the phone, it's just like it was like you and I, we're the same way. Yeah. We might not talk.
I definitely
and then yes, we're that way because sometimes we're just busy or whatever, but then we get right back to it. Same with Gary, you know?
Yeah.
So but
I wanna let you know that I have officially like blocked all the people, and I mean blocked in every way. Yes. All the people that needed to be blocked. Good. So there are no lines open. I guess I just wanted to reveal that to you because I know that you have been. Why haven't you?
Nobody should be able to text you. They should be able to DM you.
Loriharvey. Shout out to Loriharvey. The GOAT. Isn't it crazy? Well, no. It's funny that she doesn't have any crazy exes. And then that story that came out with the NDAs and her allegedly having the guy sign NDAs, if that was even true. But would you have? I would have had every last ex sign an NDA, bitch.
First off, I'd be like, he lying. Okay, because I'm old.
No, I said it now. Like, no, you won't believe. You won't believe.
Are you serious? You know he lying. Girl, my ex is please. I'm like,
her face will be so straight and so serious.
Please, I will say it with a straight face. Like, I don't even know him. Are you kidding? But also,
she's so quick to move on, and I'm like, what's?
But we were too, girl. When I was in my 20s, same. Men love to parade all the women. Look at Drake. He's dated all. He dates.
Future.
Look at Future. They date all these beautiful women, and it's cool. Oh, he had her. But women, these women can have any man they want. Why can't they? The Kardashians. Listen, the Kardashians changing the game too. Because they do what the hell they want.
Because they don't care. Like, they're so unbothered by Kanye's stunts. So he allegedly got married or whatever. And they're like, yeah, we're just going to wait until we see the paperwork
marriage
filed.
certificate. Yes.
Like, this publicity
and she's
stunt.
kind of, but here's this. Did you see that they say Kim never liked her?
The girl.
Because we know. I bet that girl been wanting Kanye this whole time. And Kim knew it. When a woman walks in a room, baby, you can tell if they want your man or if they would take your man if they could. She couldn't take him while he was with Kim. So, but now as soon as he was available, I don't know why she'd want his crazy ass, but whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Kim knew.
Like TJ Holmes allegedly having his fun share of women.
Allegedly, my ass, he with Amy Robach right now.
I know, but the other women who they said this sexual relationship with an ABC staffer who was seeking mentorship. Can you imagine?
Girl.
I was about to say, who was your mentor? Cheater. Never mind, no.
Right.
I was like, can you imagine your mentor? Oh, God.
Ew, Russ. Gross.
Russ.
Ew. Yes. Oh, that's funny.
No. Like,
we are lucky that we have never had to deal with anything like that. Because
I did one time, but it wasn't like.
But it wasn't a mentor. Was it somebody higher than you?
Okay. It was a celebrity. And I'll never tell the story because I never.
Oh, I know who.
Yes.
And it wasn't. Celebrity.
I know. Creep.
We might be able to get paid from that because I remember.
I was thinking about that, but no, I don't need that.
Talk to me about it. That's what I feel like.
Wait a minute. Are you about to? What's the chick name? Linda Tripp. Are you about to?
Listen now. Give me 10%, bro. You want us to keep this quiet because I was there. Okay.
Yeah. Actually, I have quite a few witnesses.
Yeah.
It used to be like a running joke until the Me Too movement came in, and I was like, "Hey,
right, exactly.
Me too."
You got one witness though who ain't gonna talk, but whatever.
That was the witness that always used to bring it up.
I know, but he joke about it.
Yeah,
well, he ain't gonna
he
talk.
Probably he ain't gonna want. Talk. You got subpoena.
That's all right. Yeah, you got.
He'll play them games with the law. So I was doing entertainment today, and I was reading about this new Michael Jackson biopic, right?
Yeah.
And Antoine Fuqua is doing it.
I don't want to see that crap about Michael Jackson anyway, because how many more Michael Jackson movies can we have? I'm just over it.
Well, okay. Sorry. So I was thinking they did Michael Jackson. They ran Whitney Houston biopics and
did you see that? Did you see it?
No, I haven't seen it. I don't want to.
I didn't want to see it, but I did. It was so good. There was some stuff that I did not know. Girl, was some stuff. And I think people thought they were going to whitewash. Was it from her
perspective? Because you remember Bobby had his story from his perspective, which a lot of people was like, "Oh, I didn't know that happened." So it's kind of like his version versus her version.
See, I never saw his.
Oh, you
I never saw his, but I saw hers. And I thought they would shy away from her lover, but they didn't. They told that story, babe. They told
the whole story.
They told the story. Yeah.
So why don't they do biopics on Prince and Luther?
I want one on Prince so bad. Yeah.
I kind of want to see one on Luther because
I would love to see one on Luther.
I feel like he was living separate lives. You know what I mean? He wasn't actually able to live out loud the way that, and I would like to see that type of story, but they're just running Whitney and Michael just.
I know. And that's all we hear about. But I was glad that they included that. And I think that if she had been able to, it made me think if she had been able to be herself, it might have changed a lot of things in her life.
If you could direct a biopic, who would you do? I know you want to say Russ, besides Russ.
Wait, what'd you say?
If you could do someone's biopic, like if you were directing or producing it, who would you want to do? Who
would I want to be
celebrity? Yeah.
You.
Okay, bitch. You ain't gonna listen.
It's
a hard road.
I know, right? I think it would be Prince. Prince is my all-time favorite person in the world. Like I've loved him since I was like 14. So I used to wear purple. I had the jacket with our little.
Did you have the curl? Did you do the curl in the front?
No, I did not. No, I did not.
I'm asking because
I did kind of wear my hair like I did kind of wear it like I did kind of.
What was it?
But baby, I wore that little. I was all Prince, honey. I love me some Prince because my sister liked Prince, and now I'll be on the Peloton and I'll be listening to a song, and I'm like, what the hell? He was so nasty. Girl, he was so nasty.
Duh.
But I would be listening to I never knew what these songs meant
never
because
knew
I was like 14.
Yeah.
I was my sister's albums. And my sister's like 10 years older than me. So I had no idea. But it just, like I went to the 1999 concert when I was like 14 with my best friend in Dallas. It was at this place called Reunion Arena, which is not the same anymore. But that was back in the day and we didn't have phones. And my mom was like, you better be right there when I pick you up.
Yes, that's how parents used to be. Because
yes, I'm going to drop you off right here. I'm going to come back. You better be right here. So yeah, it would definitely be Prince. But how would you do that? I mean, Prince is, it'd be impossible. I mean, I guess they do it on Michael, but he's been such a private person. Prince has been so private.
A lot of people have. What was her name? She just passed away, and she was, she went out of the spotlight and just, was it not Millie? What was her name? Betty Davis.
Oh, Betty White.
Bitch, no.
Betty Davis. Betty.
It is Betty Davis. I knew I wasn't tripping.
Betty Davis, like Betty Davis. Let me look this shit.
Let me show you.
Oh,
this Betty Davis.
Let me see. I don't know who that is.
What? She was married to Miles Davis. I saw a documentary on her life, and she was like, she pushed the envelope.
Betty Davis didn't just die. She's been dead forever, surely.
Not the white one.
A different Betty Davis. Oh, I was like, girl, you crazy?
The black one.
I was like, she look old right here, and this is 1984.
This is a black woman. Let me see. Betty Davis, trailblazing queen of funk, dead at 77. This was last year, February of last year. She is a cult funk singer and ex-wife of jazz legend Miles Davis, who left an unappreciated yet trailblazing body of work. But she just kind of went out of the spotlight and no one heard from her. She just kind of just left. And her, I saw her documentary. Where is it? I think it was on Prime, but it was so good. And just trying to learn more about her life. Yeah, I would definitely do Betty Davis.
She had some drama. You made me look her up. I don't know anything about her, honestly. And I'm just reading here. Miles Davis was 20 years older than her. And at the time, Miles Davis was dating Cicely Tyson. Girl, that's some good tea. Somebody need to do. Girl.
That's what I'm saying. Girl, do you understand how many like affairs and like,
girl, listen to this.
Things that people didn't know about these celebrities back in the day?
Miles Davis said Betty was too young and wild, and he accused her of having an affair with a Jimi Hendrix, and that's why their marriage ended. Oh, this is some good tea right here. Yeah.
Well, see, that's
just
what
like
I'm
just like remember
Smokey
the other day. Yes. But
was?
I mean, I hate to say it because I love Tracy Ellis Ross, but her mama, her mama was Lori Harvey the other day.
Well, yes. Because first of all, I would have said Smokey spilling the tea, but apparently it was in her book. Right?
Yeah.
I don't know if it was the affair and all of that, because I think more people were shocked, like, wait a minute, because Smokey was like, I was married at the time. Like, well, it lasted longer than it should have because I was married.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, Smokey. But then, of course, she was with Berry Gordy, and then, the whole Dream Girls situation, which I read. Who's Secret Child?
Berry Gordy and Diana Ross.
What do you mean they're Secret Child? Their child is not secret. The lady,
she was. She was at the time.
Then.
Back then, she was.
I mean, she looked just like Berry. I've seen her out. Yeah, she looks just like
Berry Gordy. But she was their secret love child back in the day. But she looked just like Berry Gordy. So I don't know how she could try to hide that. I mean, when both your parents have. I'm out of coffee, so
no.
When both your parents have big eyes, you can't help but have big eyes.
Listen,
I mean,
she definitely looks like Berry Gordy.
Interesting.
So
but she sure did get the bag, didn't she? She wound up getting the bag,
baby. She got the bag. She
was the original. Hey, why do you think Tracy Ellis Ross? I hate to say this because people. I sound like somebody's grandma. When you gonna get married and have some kids? I wonder why she's talking about it. Tracy Ellis Ross talking about how that boat just sailed. You know how now
Yeah.
she's realizing that she's premenopausal.
Mm-hmm.
And she says she's like, it's like her body's betraying her, but not really, because she can feel it. You know, the reality of it
change
is
and
that
everything.
she can feel her ability to be able to have children draining from her. And I just wonder if there was ever anybody. I don't remember her dating, like her having a real boyfriend.
Well, she did. She dated Akon's
Who?
brother for a long time. Boo. That was like the tea of Atlanta. Like, she was dating Akon brother for a minute.
But why
she was
didn't
dating
they stay
somebody
together?
else too? Who was?
I mean,
she
I
was
just wonder
like,
what happened.
I don't
Like,
know.
she's
I
Tracy
think about
Ellis
that.
Ross.
But look at Regina Hall.
But
Regina
Regina
Hall
Hall got
is
kids. Don't Regina Hall have a
no,
child?
she doesn't.
Regina Hall ain't got no
Regina
kids.
Hall,
Regina Hall ain't got no
no,
kids.
no, she don't have any
Wow.
kids. She's like
Wow.
51. She
Did
might be
not
50.
know it.
Mm-hmm. Look at Mary J.
I did.
Blige, and she was married.
Yeah. But she did have a relationship. Mary J. Blige was married. You know what I mean? She did. But Regina Hall, has Regina Hall ever been married?
I don't think she's ever been married.
I don't think
But
she's ever been married.
she's another private person who we don't really know.
I love her.
I love
to
her.
me,
So
she's
she's
so
like my favorite.
underrated.
She really is. Yeah.
She is underrated. Yes,
Yeah.
I love her.
But
if you were casting a film and you could cast any, like, two actresses and two actors, who would it be?
Ooh, that's kind of hard.
Well, you just said Regina Hall.
Well, yeah, because I love Regina Hall. I love Eddie Murphy. It's like all the people that I've.
But you can only choose 4.
Okay. Regina Hall, Eddie Murphy. Issa Rae, and I need another young guy. I want to do, like, the OGs, and then because dang, I would have probably chose Whoopi too. But okay, one more. Who's a great young actor? I don't know. That's so hard because there's so many. But I want like a good.
What about
actor.
the guy who was just in Nope? I like him.
Oh, Kaluuya.
Yeah, Kaluuya.
Oh yeah. And I probably would have said Keke Palmer too, but
oh yeah, Keke Palmer is another one that's underrated.
She's like
she's finally
triple
getting
threat. Keke Palmer can really do it all.
Yeah, Zendaya can too. Zendaya can sing.
Zendaya
she can act. She can dance.
Bad bitch.
She's another underrated one. Another underrated one.
The girl that plays Jenny is a great little actress because she has me like
girl,
emotionally.
I'm so mad at her. I'm so mad at Jenny from Jenny. I'm like, girl, you better stop acting like you ain't got no sense.
Oh my gosh.
All those actors, let me tell you something. They
are really good.
Well acted. The script, I could tell. I had to, normally on TV shows, I don't wait to see who did it, but you can tell that it is written by a female. I mean, it's just so brilliantly written, and the actors are amazing. They are so amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, even the people who are not, who are not the main actors they're just all so good. They're also
like that other lady. She gets on my nerves. The one that
her husband's sick.
But her husband, yes. But it's like you feel kind of bad now because she's going through. Even her son, maybe he's acting out and bullying because of what's happening at home.
Yes.
But when that little boy stabbed him with that pencil, I said, well,
you get what you get. You see. Yes. If y'all not watching Jenny in Georgia, I'm trying to tell you right now, that is such a good show.
We need to start doing reviews of shows.
Yes, girl, of our favorite TV shows. Because now I'm finally watching Broad City.
Oh, you're so late today.
I had no, when they make references, they're like 2014, 2015. I'm like, what the hell was I doing?
I was so mad that they canceled it, or they decided to.
Girl, they could not run that right now. They could not run that show right now. It is so inappropriate in every way.
But it was on Comedy Central too, and back, Comedy Central had like those types.
But they couldn't even do Key and Peele right now, Vic, on Comedy Central. It just was too inappropriate. I mean, I love it.
The Chappelle Show. They can't do a lot of, and I don't like that. I don't like that.
I don't like it either. I don't let us have no fun.
You know what I was just thinking about?
What
they could never, ever, 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 ever do two movies. They could never. I'm surprised. Like, I think if it comes back up, these people might get canceled because they have done it before.
What?
Blank Man and The Ringer with Johnny Knoxville.
Yes, I'm about to go look him up right now.
You remember we used to quote The Ringer when they could never.
Yeah.
And I
these kids don't even know.
Blank Man is like on a streaming service. Like I saw it and I was like, oh my gosh, why do they have Blank Man on here? But you know what? You got to look at it like he's a superhero. It's inclusive. It's inclusive. But I think it's because you know how they say they don't want like white people to play black characters.
Yes.
They probably would have wanted,
How would that have worked? I'm not sure how that would have worked. So
not sure.
But I'm gonna
the
go
fact
ahead and
that he got into that character is, I think that's
so good.
Probably what the problem is.
Oh man, yes.
It would not fly nowadays.
No, literally.
It's messed up that.
That's jacked up that you even thought of that. So
no, I did. I thought it because I was like, oh man, remember The Ringer? And I was like, dang, I feel guilty even trying to watch The Ringer.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go ahead and watch it
because his roommate was so mean to him when he first walked in, and
yes, I'm seriously about to go watch. I love watching something that just I know people like dramas. Like Ginny and Georgia is drama, but it's funny, right?
Yeah,
it's like a dramedy. No, and The Witcher's just cold. The Witcher it's just so good. It's just one of those you just have to watch.
And Last of Us. Shout out to everybody who.
I heard it's really good.
Last of Us on HBO Max.
They already got a new season. They already told them they got the green lit for another season. It was the number 2 watch show on HBO.
Because I'm a Walking Dead fan. I like The Witcher. I like Game of Thrones now. Even though it's not
Game
like
of Thrones
had piece, but
so Vic, Game of Thrones had the most. The new Game of Thrones, House of Dragon, had the most viewers ever, and The Last of Us is number 2 in all of the time that they've been streaming. People really love it.
And House of Dragon wasn't. It was good, but it was good.
Yeah,
but it wasn't. But The Last of Us, I was like, oh shit, what's about to happen?
Really?
Yeah. It reminds me of how when The Walking Dead first came out, and I guess probably from season 1 to 5 of The Walking Dead, the best, like that.
And then what happened?
I think
because they got like 8 billion spinoffs from it. They got spinoffs for it.
It wasn't the same people. They killed off some really popular characters. It just started going down, and it was starting to be confusing with people. Each, you know how the apocalypse happens, and that people have their own neighborhood.
I never watched it. Didn't watch one episode.
But I want to watch
it. But now I'm not going to watch.
A zombie apocalypse happens, and you would know what to do. Now everybody want to come to me because I have.
They gonna come to you because you ready?
I am. I have all the tools necessary. Everything from a map. I have a map of the U.S.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I have a radio, a solar radio that winds up. It has a flashlight on it.
I got a light.
Have the blankets that keep you warm.
You forget we have tornadoes in Texas. So I got everything.
I have you have your first aid kits. You have to have a knife. All these things that you I went through a whole situation.
You got to Do you know if you couldn't drive how to get to your hiding place? You ain't got no hiding place. Girl, I got a hiding place.
Hiding place.
You need to know something. You got to go stash your stuff somewhere because people going to be breaking into people's
houses. Yeah, people are going to break in.
Y'all can't even have guns where you live. We ready.
I have.
We ready over here.
Look, I have them. Yes.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot.
Oh, don't get it twisted.
That's right. I forgot.
I am ready. But you can't stay here forever. You're going to have to get out and.
You got to get out. You got to move around. See, you in your little funky car, you ain't gonna be able to get nowhere. You gonna have to get you a big Jeeper.
Let me tell you something. I have a little truck.
Oh, that's right. You got a truck.
I can pack it on up.
You gonna pack it up?
Yes. I know how to siphon gas.
Black people don't think like this.
Man, what?
About apocalypse. You're such a goofball.
The world is crazy.
This is true.
The world is crazy. This is fun.
This is really fun.
This is fun. Yes. You have to come back.
I will come back.
Thank you for joining me. And of course, you can follow her on social media at Georgia Alfredas. You can also listen to her podcasts with an S. There I said it. And what's next? Wall Street. What are y'all talking about? What's next? Wall Street.
We were talking about Flo Rida and we're talking about the trial. And I was asking, I had our economic analyst on because the normal co-host is in Davos, Switzerland, when everything's going on in Switzerland right now, like an economic forum, something. And so I was like, what do you think is going to happen? And he was like, oh, I think Flo Rida, there's no way he's going to get that. And I was like, you know what? That's how I know you ain't never seen a Flo Rida video. Because if you did, you know that Flo Rida got Celsius up in every video. So I was like, you're wrong about that. But unfortunately, we already taped it. And it's going to look old. So
thank you for joining me.
I love you, Vic. I can't wait to see you. I'm coming to visit you for a whole week. Don't play games.
Okay.